Okay, let's be honest. We all have that little voice in the back of our heads, right? The one that whispers about digital security, all those things we know we should be doing, but just keep putting off. Well, today, we're going to shut that voice up. We are done procrastinating. We're going to lock down your digital life with 5 super simple habits you can start like right now. And this, right here, is the raw, honest truth of it. Then one day, everything gets hacked, and you're left with regret. It's always that one single moment of total disaster that makes you wish you'd just taken care of it sooner. So, let's talk about that digital risk. Let's face it head on. I'm just going to walk you through the simple, clear steps to make sure you never, ever have to feel that awful kind of regret. I mean, our entire lives are on these devices, aren't they? Our photos, our private conversations, our bank details, it's all in there. But so often we just leave the digital front door wide open. Every single moment we ignore basic security is another moment where our most valuable data is just sitting there, waiting to be taken. So, where do we even begin? Well, the first and most critical area is securing the accounts that actually hold all that precious data. It's time to lock them down. Here's the most important thing you need to understand. A password isn't a fortress. It's more like a single, flimsy lock on your front door. And you know what? Locks can be picked. Two-factor authentication, or 2FA, is like adding a heavy-duty deadbolt. For your email, your social media, and especially your bank, this is absolutely non-negotiable. But listen, how you use 2FA really matters. Getting a code sent to you by a text message? Yeah, it feels secure, but it has a huge weakness. Hackers can actually intercept those messages or even hijack your entire phone number. The much, much safer way is to use an authenticator app, like Google Authenticator or Authy. It's totally independent of your phone number, which gives you a way stronger defense. Seriously, make the switch. It's so worth it. Come on, let's be real, we all do it. Or we used to, at least. We reuse passwords or we use, simple variations of the same one. But with billions of passwords leaked in data breaches every single year, reusing a password is like using the same exact key for your house, your car, and your office. A password manager just solves this whole problem instantly. Think of it like a secure vault for all your keys. And getting it set up is incredibly simple, I promise. First, you just install a trusted manager. Bitwarden, for example, has a fantastic free version. Second, you create just one super strong master password that only you know. And from then on, the manager does all the heavy lifting for you, creating and saving unique, unbreakable passwords for every single site you use. Okay, so your accounts are locked down. That's a huge step. The next thing we got to do is change how you behave when you're actively out there, just browsing the internet. We have all done this. You see that update available notification pop up, and you just swipe it away because you're busy. But you have to completely reframe what that notification means. It is not an interruption, it's your device's immune system telling you it's ready to patch up a dangerous vulnerability. It's your friend. And this really just hits home, doesn't it? That little notification you always dismiss is actually the biggest enemy of your security. And why is that? Well, it's because hackers literally create their attacks to exploit known security holes in older software. So when you don't update, you're pretty much leaving the door wide open for them. You're painting a giant target on your own back. Free public Wi-Fi, it's so convenient, but it is also incredibly dangerous. It's what's called an open network, which means anyone else on that same network can potentially see what you're doing. A VPN, that's a virtual private network, is basically your personal bodyguard in these public spaces. Here's why this is so important. On public Wi-Fi, your data travels like a postcard that anyone can just pick up and read. A VPN takes that postcard and seals it inside an armored envelope using encryption. It makes your connection private and secure. And there are plenty of really good free and paid options out there. Just remember the golden rule. Never, ever access sensitive accounts like your bank on public Wi-Fi unless your VPN is on and active. All right, so your accounts are secure. Your connection is private. Now we need to train your eyes to spot the most common type of attack out there, scams that are designed specifically to trick you. This is the one question you have to ask yourself every single time you get an unexpected email from your bank or a delivery service or some other company. Is this for real, or is somebody trying to pull a fast one on me? Luckily, scammers almost always leave clues. You just have to know what to look for. Keep an eye out for red flags, like spelling mistakes, or generic greetings like "Dear Customer." Come on, your bank knows your name.
Be really skeptical of anything that creates a sense of panic, demanding you act now. And most importantly, always hover your mouse over a link to see the real web address before you even think about clicking. But you know what? Here's the ultimate rule. If you have even a tiny bit of doubt, just close the email and log into the company's official website yourself. Simple.
Okay, we've covered a lot of layers of defense here, but what happens if the worst still happens? This last tip is your ultimate safety net. It's your disaster recovery plan. Just for a second, think of everything you'd lose if your phone or laptop was just gone. All your photos, documents, contacts. It's a terrifying thought. A regular backup is the one thing that can save you from that absolute disaster. It truly is your digital lifesaver. Look, technology is not perfect. Hard drives crash, phones get lost or stolen, and worst of all, ransomware, where a hacker locks up all your files and demands money, that can strike anyone. The solution to all of this is actually really simple and can be automatic. Just set up weekly backups to a cloud service or an external hard drive. So you might be thinking, this sounds like a lot of work, but how long does it actually take? Setting up 2FA, installing that password manager, grabbing a VPN, starting a backup. You can get all of this done in about 30 minutes. Seriously. That's less time than it takes to watch an episode of your favorite show. It's such a tiny investment for, complete peace of mind. Ultimately, what it all comes down to is this. Prevention is always, always, always better than the cure. You don't need to be a tech expert to be secure online. You just need to build a few good habits. These simple steps, they're for everyone who uses the internet. So that leaves us with one last question, and this one's for you. Are you going to take these 30 minutes and take action today, or are you going to wait for that one day when you're left with nothing but regret? The choice is yours.